Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to me and Banjo's tarot card reading and drawing. It's about 1:30 p.m. here in San Antonio, Texas. 1:33 to be exact. Banjo, no sir. I got him his treat. He got a special treat today, an extra big bone with honey basil flavor. I showed it to him before I made my Instagram reel. And he took the treat with the plastic. It was wrapped in plastic, and he took the treat wrapped in plastic. I said, no, not yet. But speaking of which, if you'll check out, I really wish I knew the stats to all this stuff. But I'm not allowed. I do not have access to that. When I say I'm not allowed, I just want y'all to know there's never been a back and forth conversation about any of that. It's just another turn of phrase of that I use to emphasize the fact that I don't see the same social media that y'all do. And what a waste, because I have plenty of time to be on social media. So, yeah, with that being said, my Instagram reel today was, I just ended up posting it anyway, but I had a lot of problems with it. Usually, over the past couple years when I've been doing these little makeup videos on my Instagram and share with y'all, I have different ways of having a makeup tutorial, I guess is what you can call it. But recently I've been a big fan of this the speeding up option on the Instagram reel. If you're wondering what that is, Banjo has a bowl. Side note, pause. Banjo has a bowl of food, and I have a towel and a blanket and stuff for his food and water. And he gets territorial. He's like, he uses his nose to put the towel over the food to hide his food. So he's like putting using his nose to put the towel over the food, and the food bowl is hitting the wall. But anyway, my Instagram reel today, for some reason the speed was not working the way it usually does. I've been a fan of the speeding stuff up because I don't know, I just think I'm not an expert in makeup, and so I see a lot. I can what's it called? I just for not being an expert, I think sometimes I adjust my makeup tutorials that way, and maybe it's best to see these things done, and it's okay. Sometimes I think people get discouraged, like if they don't look exactly like the tutorial does. So I kind of do my makeup tutorials like that now, and I like to use big fan of the speed, just because to keep it less than a minute and a half. But today on my Instagram reels, for some reason, every time I messed with the speed, it just shortened the time. It wouldn't the speed up the clip that I wanted. So that was frustrating. It was 90% uploaded when I started this video, so but when I looked at it and then pressed upload, for some reason the speed button on Instagram didn't work. It would just, instead of speeding up the clip that I chose, it would cut the clip. It would shorten the clip, and the speed would be the same. Instead of making the entire clip 3 seconds, it would cut this clip 3 seconds in. So I did the best I could with my Instagram reel is what I'm saying. I took a bit 5 minutes to say that. That's okay. Making this video a little bit later in the afternoon today. Kimmy visited, stopped by this morning, and we played dominoes. I got my coffee. I'm gonna take a sip. 1 second. And as far as scent, I have this candle going. But it's out now. I had dropped Tracy off at work, Michael's. So, but it's still kind of the scent here still. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. Another day, another dollar type situation, type stuff. I don't really have a theme for y'all, but I got the Dragon Tarot out. I'm doing the Dragon Tarot, picking it back up again this week. So we'll see how much of this is going to be a professional tarot card reading, Benjo, and how much is going to be learning the Dragon Tarot. With that being said, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Yeah. I spend so much time talking about my Instagram reel. And if you're wondering, this is not the first time I've had a little bit of glitches, a little bit of hitching to get along. This not running not so smoothly. But this one I just had to mention because of I just thought it was so annoying. Anyway, so we got this mythical, magical, and mysterious dragon. So, different cultures. I'm wondering if y'all want to try the Dragon Celtic Cross again today. I know last time, I think my video was a like 3-part video. But I think in the pursuit of learning, in the pursuit of practice makes perfect, I don't see why we shouldn't try this spread again. And again, I'm gonna try to get it quicker. I just think that last time, I know, again, I wish I could read all these stats and y'all's opinions and stuff like that. But I just really gonna try to pick up the pace. One, because most of these cards, especially in the minor arcana deck, they don't have that much of a definition. It's like one sentence, maybe two. So definitely going to try to pick up the pace with explaining the card. And I know I'm not really sure how other people read tarot cards, but as far as me personally, it's a lot of it psychology and stuff like that. So I have a feeling that probably something that's y'all don't mind is this kind of explaining as far as time wise. So yeah, try to keep it short, but not adjust my whole format. I got to, there's several free little libraries in the neighborhood. I consider what's on my jogging route in the neighborhood for the most part, at least for my tarot card videos. Usually with my chit chat videos, I've kind of centralized the neighborhood definition as this little roundabout kind of situation. It's not a roundabout, but just this little kind of circle area. But I got some, been having a lot of success with these free little library exchanges. Um, there's several in the neighborhood. And most of them have been fiction, which is not so bad. I have some that are nonfiction I haven't gotten to yet, but for me, the fiction books is just, you know, like it's like you don't have to be in a certain mindset in order to read the material. With fiction, you could just be like, I'm almost about to fall asleep, but I'm not so tired, so I'm just gonna read this book right before I go to bed, type situation. I've had a lot of luck. Right now, I have the what's it called? A gothic something. I have these two books I'm excited to read. One's called The Nesting by C.J. Cook, and the other one is I can't. Vigil. It's a timepiece about the founding fathers. I'm gonna show you the books really quick now that I mention it. It might be irritating if you don't know. I don't know. Okay, real quick. This one. I don't know where I got it's the gothic something. Anyway, this one's more of a mystery crime, and then this one is cool. What is this one? The Jefferson Key. So, anyway, those are the most recent ones. I've had some other ones. I think I might have posted them on my Instagram, maybe not. There's one I really liked from the Free Little Library Exchange, and it's called The Relic. I forget exactly who it's by. So this is such a good book. I'm absolutely shocked they haven't made it into a movie yet. But it's about museum curators, museum curator internship. It kind of reminds, I don't know if you know Mary Stuart, but it kind of reminds me of a Mary Stuart book a little bit, set up kind of. But the plot is there's this box from some rainforest or somewhere that gets delivered to a museum, and it's some sort of species that's kind of maybe has a curse, maybe not. It terrorizes the museum and stuff like that. Yeah, I really like that one. I gave it to Kimmy and she has it on her bookcase. Two. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put the other cards over here, even though it says to put them over here by the 6th card, just so y'all can see them. Okay. Really quickly. I hope the first card's up right. We'll see. Present situation. Atmosphere and area of influence. Presently exist. This card represents the questioner. Upright. Okay, we have 2 of coins. I really like this card. One, because I like these 2 colors together. Paint a lot, and I use, as far as blending colors, I usually blend colors with these 2 colors, a green and blue. 2 of coins is very straightforward. This is the same work but different location. So you see these 2 dragons, right? They each have a coin. I guess this is part of the different location. This little, I don't know, crop circle. It's a part of the. They each have a coin, but there's also coins here. So maybe they switch places. I don't know. Same work, different location. In the Dragon Tarot, the coins are very minimalist, straightforward, not complex, not to be confused. Coins is your work, career, and that's it. Okay. So your where you presently exist, your immediate sphere of influence, and your atmosphere is the same work, different location. Okay. The second card is called immediate influence, but that might be a little bit confusing with the card, what the definition I just said. So I'm going to read the definition. The nature of the influence of your immediate sphere of involvement. I think that's interesting. Sphere of involvement. And possible obstacles that lie just ahead. I was going to turn it up this way. Okay. Here we have Six of Wands, which is success. As far as obstacles, I'd say this is not obstacles. This Six of Wands here, victory, successful attainment of your objectives, which is represented by this little diamond there that the dragon is looking at. And obviously the word attainment is very interesting use of the word. So you have a coin, strictly career, and then our immediate sphere of influence is the Six of Wands. So I think that's very positive, especially considering the Six of Cards. The way I was going to flip it was going to be upright. I realize some of you might say, oh, well, it goes this way, but I was going to flip it like that as your tarot card reader. So I think this is really positive. I would say that there's definitely a lot of support with this Two of Coins here. Oh. Energy, action, power. All right. Your goal or destiny based on existing circumstances. I hope this is positive. It seems really good so far. Reverse judgment. Very interesting. I'm wondering if this has anything to do with the same work but different location. The location, this can be location 1 and this could be location 2. I don't know. The judgment, you've got the hammer or the anvil, the three-headed dragon, and the lightning. I'll show you upright. Let's see what this one is. Phoneticism, phobias, and obsessions. I'm not sure what phoneticisms are. Oh, the three-headed dragon burst through the tunnel of the ground. I thought the dragon created the tunnel. The dragon is, there was the tunnel, and then the dragon came out of the tunnel. Not there was the dragon that made the tunnel. Maybe it's the opposite, right? Instead of the dragon bursting forth from the tunnel, the dragon makes the tunnel. Upright is very interesting. Upright, the judgment card is powerful, transformative energies, immense pressure. So it makes me think that there's this card 3 has a lot to do with card 2, which probably has a lot to do with card 1. Same work, different location, and then a very successful attainment of your objectives. Um, so as far as this immense pressure, um, I think it's the reverse meaning of immense pressure. That's probably great. There's probably some sort of I don't know, ease in what is it called, muscle memory or something like that. Sometimes when you're learning something, it takes a little bit more. It seems like it takes a little bit more effort and stuff like that. And when you have something down, you can accomplish a lot, right? Um, as far as phobias and obsessions, I think that's very interesting. Um, and as far as this Two of Coins, it's very interesting to study phobias and obsessions um, objectively, which maybe might be what this Two of Coins may represent. And then there's a study of phobias and obsessions subjectively, right? Whether that you might be on the receiving end of phobias and obsessions, or you might find yourself with a phobia or obsession. And so I'm thinking that maybe this reversed judgment card, which is a goal or destiny, is this kind of subjective judgment of phobias and obsessions. I'm not sure what phoneticisms are. I wish I knew what it was. Sorry. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with fire, in case you know what it means. Um, and also this Two of Coins, the imagery of this Two of Coins is uh, usually within the imagery of this minor arcana deck coin suit. We see in not just the coins, but the other ones, like the Six of Wands. There's 6 fires here. There's usually a corresponding number to what the number is. But this Two of Wands, or this Two of Coins, we have the coins represented with this star and this little circle there, and also the 2 coins that the dragons are holding. So this kind of macro scale and micro scale, this kind of, which could be like an economics, you probably clicks, right? And then probably like at a societal level and an individual level, maybe. But anyway, very interesting card. Judgment is always, I think, a good card. If you were to get upset to get the Judgment card, I'm wondering why so. Okay, our card 4 is our distant past, foundation. Broad and basic events and influences. The King of Wands, this is really great. This is, like I said, the one sentence meaning. This is a man of leadership. The King of Wands, and yeah, we have a very positive King of Wands, distant past here, foundation. As far as man and woman, again, if you're for some reason don't like to hear that with tarot, this, for some reason, this deck does that a lot. And as far as king and queen, obviously that's in the tarot decks, but the gender could be something to it. This reversed judgment here, especially with the obsessions and phobias. It might be more scary if you're like, oh, this is a male doing that, like you're on the receiving end of that. So maybe this King of Wands here can be why king. It can be a man of leadership, is to show maybe uh, as far as the brunt force of maybe what this reverse judgment card can be. This King of Wands can be a little bit of a good sign, and maybe not so like this negativity about obsessions and phobias, right? But again, is as your tarot card reader something that I would, if you were to say, if you were to interject, excuse me, I have a question and stuff like that, as far as uh, gender roles, that would be my answer. So anyway, distant past, a man of leadership, upright, no question about it. Obviously, a great meaning. And as far as yeah, which might be a reason why there's this a new a goal or destiny to kind of pursue this kind of darker sides, kind of lunar sides of this judgment. A judgment is a major arcana deck, so obviously uh, a big deal. It could be something that you're might be just in your daily lives, but still, it is a major arcana deck card, and so there's a certain kind of, I guess, level of respect to, I guess, the objective of what that is. So yeah. Well, let's look at card 5, which is recent past events. May have just passed or are passing. The reverse Queen of Cups. This is very interesting, especially considering they're both in the past. Upright Queen of Cups is a emotionally mature woman. But today she's she's got a little frog. Oh my god, how cute is the frog? But today she's reversed, so I think this is interesting. I'm thinking maybe this might have to do with this Two of Coins, the same work but different location. I just gotta make sure the cups is a mostly mature woman. I really think I got that one right. 1 second. Oh, emotionally sensitive woman. Okay. So the cups is the one where the knight and the queen kind of have the similar definition, and the King of Cups is a emotionally mature man capable of giving and receiving love. I think it's just a little bit interesting to note. Just to know the cards, usually it's the King and Queen that have the same definition. It's a man or a woman of a blank, whatever the definition is. But the Cups is the one suit where the Queen of Wands is a woman of leadership. The King of Wands is a man of leadership. This Queen of Cups here is the one suit where I actually think it's cups and coins, but this cups is a suit where it's the knight and the queen that have the similar definition. A man is the knight and a woman is the queen, and a emotionally sensitive man or woman. But the King of Cups is the emotionally mature man capable of giving and receiving love. So as far as a distant past and recent past, I'm not too sure as far as past events, but I think as far as this maybe this might just indicate places where to look. One you can look in the distant past, and one the information is in the recent past or is passing. But I think this King of Wands and this reversed Queen of Cups probably has something to do with this Two of Coins here. Same work, different location. Um, and again, as far as gender, I would say, considering the Judgment card, gender roles might have something to do with it. What we think of gender roles, not necessarily um, what's good, what's bad, and stuff like that. But I do think it's interesting, this capable of giving and receiving love. I think for me as your tarot card reader, I think that that's probably a good thing. Having, especially dealing with this Two of Coins, which is strictly work and career and finances. I think it's a good thing to have those set barriers. This giving and receiving love is not something that, especially with like phobias and obsessions, if that's kind of our theme today, exploring the darker sides of the human nature would be a positive. This King of Wands upright, and as far as the reverse Queen of Cups, obviously Cups is emotions, feelings, and stuff like that. So for a emotionally sensitive woman, keep in mind these reversed in these Dragon Tarot doesn't necessarily mean the exact opposite. It's just that there's a question surrounding the card. There's a question in the sphere of influence with these reversed Dragon Tarot cards. So yeah, I would say to you, I think it's really positive, this pairing up of this reverse Queen of Cups and this upright King of Wands. It could also just be a yin-yang type of thing, if that makes sense to you, as far as objectivity and subjectivity, specifically with this Two of Coins here in the Judgment. Yeah. Okay. So we got distant past, recent past, and so of course what's up next is our future influence. Okay. And near future in the broad sense. Okay. Three of Swords. Well, this is great. My mom always gets this card, and I consider her to be an intellectual, and also a teacher. So this Three of Swords is this swords is obviously an air element. Where's the little dragon here? Oh yeah, a very proud little dragon. This Three of Swords is very consistent throughout all the tarot card decks that I've read and shared with you all. Is this intersection between the heart, which is usually water, and the mind, which usually for the most part represents going through something kind of tough, and understanding and processing those feelings and emotions and stuff like that. I forget what the definition is here. Heartbreak unless you can communicate. That makes sense. This Three of Swords, I'm really glad it's upright. And as far as heartbreak, in case you're wondering, you know, there's this King and Queen here. You might be thinking, keep in mind that the center is the Two of Coins. So this heartbreak here, it doesn't have anything to do with your current relationship status and stuff like that. This relationship that you're in um, is not really going to be about the heartbreak. The heartbreak is not going to be between you and your loved one. This heartbreak may just be, you know, it's the work and of this tarot card reading to just kind of this reverse judgment card. But yeah, heartbreak unless you can communicate. Three of Swords. Okay, so now for these next 4 cards, flip them all over at once. Very interesting. They're all reversed. So if I had to guess, this would definitely be, our last 4 cards of this spread would definitely be very informative, considering our goal with this reverse judgment card. And I would say that there's probably a lot of emotional sensitivity to our 4 cards here. The first one is the card 7. The first of the 4 of the last 4 is card 7, the Questioner, which is your present attitude around the situation, which is separate than the first card. This card 7 is not card 1. We have 9 of Wands reversed. Here's how it looks like reversed. The 9 of Wands upright is to let your barriers down and let others help you. Hence the staircase, right? So this the Questioner. Which is you. There's a question around letting your barriers down and letting others help you. This is very interesting. Especially in the Wands. Wands can also be task-oriented, even though that might first come to mind for the coins or the pentacle element. I guess considering these next 4 cards, I would say, well, maybe what's a barrier and what's not. The next card right after this 9 of Wands is the reversed Hermit. Which is interesting. The Hermit is a major arcana deck card and symbolizes and personifies a person or maybe experience of a bit of solitude and meditation and stuff like that. That's kind of hard to do in a group, right? So I think this reverse 9 of Wands and this reversed Hermit is very interesting together. If you're wondering the other 2 cards, I'll just go ahead and tell you. The 7 of Coins reversed and the 4 of Swords reversed. But the environmental factors is the reversed Hermit, which is your influence on other people. So maybe some sort of self-sufficiency type inquiry, type vibe going on. And again, as far as the social roles, and maybe a macro, micro, not in just finances, but society, it could be a part of that, right? This reversed Hermit, environmental factors. Which reversed is isolation and alienation. But I'll go ahead and see y'all in part 2.